everyone!
Hey everybody!
I'm Steve.
I'm Mark.
And this is SmokeySteveAndMarc.
Ah, yes it is.
Welcome or welcome back.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Happy Tuesday!
Happy Tuesday indeed!
Best day of the week.
Best day of the week!
Best day of the week. Beats the hell out of Monday, doesn't it?
It does.
It does.
It does.
Not a bad Tuesday.
And it's sticking too.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I get messages now, like, it's Tuesday, the best day of the week! Exclamation point. Yeah, it's cool. So it's catching on.
Good.
I like that.
It's hashtag Tuesday.
Yeah,
Because ain't nothing special about it, and that's what makes it great.
And that's what makes it the best day of the week.
Yeah.
And it's also Tuesday Chit Chat.
It is Tuesday Chit Chat too, which is nice because there's not an aggressive amount of planning.
Yes,
that usually goes in with
and
Chit Chat.
editing and 5 million short videos stuck together. Yes.
Let's talk about Mondays with Mark. Why don't we? Talk about a lot of editing and putting together. Wasn't it worth it? Wasn't it worth it?
That's nice of you. Thank you.
Last night's video came out a little late, so I hope y'all got to see it today. It looks like from the numbers you did get too.
Well, I tried something different. You know, I've been the last few weeks or month or so, I've been trying some different things. You know,
with
trying
editing
to
and stuff.
So I had this idea of like when we do like kind of like an informational, like a tutorial kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I thought, well, maybe I'll use photos and talk over the photos instead of just filming the entire thing, which can be over an hour long sometimes is the way I talk. But then what I didn't realize was, okay, then that gives you like a ton of little videos and a ton of pictures to try to time up with the so it's fun, but I mean it was like getting late. I'm like, I gotta like
it's not gonna be Monday anymore by the time this goes up.
I know. So maybe I gotta start on Sundays now. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
Especially working. I mean, you know,
I know.
get home at 5. Sometimes a little earlier if I'm lucky, you know.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. That's why I do food and beauty on my day off. There's no time. There's no time.
Well, that you need a lot of time for that. And
I know.
like
I catch up during the week when I can with her little whatevers that go on. You know, she was live today with some clickbait, so I got to keep an eye on her.
I don't understand clickbait. I mean, I get it. I know that obviously clickbait it is meant to bring you in, and it does. But then it pisses people off.
Well, there's
a
cheeky bit
do it.
that's like a little cliffhanger-ish.
Yeah.
And then there's just totally misleading.
Yeah, totally misleading is what I'm talking about.
And when it's totally misleading and then people backpedal because it was like kind of true. For example, if you make one that says, I tested positive for COVID.
Yeah.
And by the end of the video, you in fact hadn't. Now, is that clickbait? A lie? Misleading?
Right.
I don't know.
It's a lie.
To some degree, people twist it. Like today's video with Chantal, her live. I'm getting married. Clickbait. She put clickbait right in the title. It's meant to be cheeky, probably as a nod to people who think that reactors overreact to her love affair with this gentleman.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So she was kind of playing, you know, whatever with it.
But so it wasn't like, I'm getting married, and that was it.
And then you go, and she's not getting married.
So she did put on there
clickbait.
All right, well,
which is fair. She's playing the game, but she's, you know,
that's better.
It's not like some stupid, you know. You don't find out at the end of the video that it was a complete lie, an absolute crap.
Yeah.
You know, or that it was 45 minutes of something totally different and 1 minute of
Yeah.
that one special thing they wanted to talk about.
I've seen videos like that where they say, I don't know, whatever. Whatever.
I have a big secret to reveal, and at minute 42 of an hour-and-a-half video, briefly, something is mentioned.
Yeah.
Very briefly.
And not even a secret.
That's when you start seeing
things like that.
When you start seeing timestamps in the comments because people want to save your ass the boredom.
Yeah.
And you just find out what happened.
Right. I don't know.
We have longer videos, but there's not too many times that I would stamp it and say, you know.
Oh, I forgot to set our timer. We're trying to be mindful of time too.
We are.
We have been trying. We've
been dialing the videos back closer to 20 minutes.
Yeah. Like what do
From
we say?
45, 50.
Between 20 and 30, I think is a good time. 25 being the sweet spot.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always work out that way.
No.
I was surprised yesterday's video was under the 25-minute mark. I tried my hardest, and it was, I think, 23 minutes or something.
Yeah, it was short. Now, with the reviews, it's a little harder because there's just so much to say.
No.
It really is a proper lecture. You should get 3 college credits if you've listened to, like, 12 of these. But there's just so much to say, it's hard to cut back. And I don't cut in to the middle with it. and usually slice too many things out unless I went off the side of my mouth or swore or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not swore. I swear like a sailor. But something too inappropriate.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Mark, you're home. Can you slice this out for me?
Yeah.
Can you put a balloon here so it distracts from the obnoxious thing I said over here?
Yeah. But I'll tell you, the editing has become, it's fun. It's fun to do.
I'm glad you like it.
And you learn more, when you're doing it. It's just the time issue,
Mm-hmm.
Like anything, I guess it's the time issue. I think you would enjoy it more if you had more time to do it, and make it look, perfect, like you always strive to, I don't know, and it always turns out I'm like, oh, I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have done that. This is like a daily thing too. I'm like, oh, I gotta do this. I gotta just stop.
And then the comments come back. What did they say? Did they hate it? Was it all thumbs down? Did anybody watch?
All right, I'll work on that myself.
Well, anyway, moving forward with Tuesday being a good day. You had a good day today.
But yeah.
You had a new day today.
I did. I started actually seeing individuals today at work. So this is a first for me. I was scared as hell. I was thinking about it all night last night, thinking, I don't know, who I think I am. I don't want to do this. I don't, all those thoughts.
They don't know that you don't have a good, they don't know that you don't know.
And that's a very good point. I didn't think of it that. If I would have thought about that,
you don't know.
It might have been a little bit easier. But I had, I only saw 4 for my first day, and it went well. It did. It went well. I had, I thought I was going to be in over my head with one person. It was this big guy, real big, like 6, I'm going to say 6'4", maybe. He's taller than you.
Yeah.
Big too. He's like bigger, beard, cut off shirt, big, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, I don't want to. I'm so intimidated. I don't want to. Like, I know him a little bit from being there, but I never spoke with him. And I mean, I was like, I can't do that. I can't just pick and choose who I want to. I gotta be professional about it, So by the end of the session, he was like crying, and I mean, it was a positive. I mean, it ended up good. It did. But I thought, he was dealing with a lot of trauma and a lot of loss and grief at the moment. And I'm like, I think I'm in a little over my head here. What do I do? And I'm like, just revert back to your training and revert back. What would you do in this situation? So strength-based, client-driven, strength-based. And I'm like, wow, you really are going through a lot. You have really, do you give yourself credit for what you're doing now? He's in a program that, it's an MAT program. So he's sober, and he's been sober through this, and I'm like, that's a huge accomplishment. I'm like, you're opening up. And then he was like, this is the first time that I've ever opened up, ever. He's like, I didn't know how to do it. I didn't, guys, they don't talk, And I'm like, yeah, I know. So I was very scared, but it turned out very good, especially with him, and he agreed to treatment. He agreed to, come back to therapy, like with myself and with our clinical therapist.
Yeah.
To work on issues of anxiety and grief
and trauma
on she'll work with him.
She'll work on the big stuff with him, the proper treatments.
And I'm helping him get resources out in the community. He's gonna go get set up with like a actual psychiatrist office. Maybe look at medication for anxiety, things like that. So he didn't know how to do any of that, and I'm like, that's what a CRS does. Now I'm kind of getting it, in action. So, it was like very nerve-wracking all up till 9 o'clock, and then, it was good. It was good.
When you're seeing people so fast, you don't have time to turn around and spit. Those are the days that go quick.
See, I know.
It goes fast. You just talk, and then all of a sudden it's lunch.
Yeah.
And then it's 4. Yeah. And then you don't know where the day went.
I know. And then the paperwork.
Yeah, paperwork can be messy. Depends on who you're billing to. If it's in-house versus Medicaid, Medicaid is brutal.
We don't have to deal with that.
You have in-house tracking for all
of that stuff. Yeah. And we have these like forms kind of that gives you a rough idea, but I'm learning that too, the administrative side of it, and it's like, That's
icky.
not my favorite thing to do.
When I was doing peer services that were reimbursed through Medicaid, you've got to show paperwork like every other social work type thing. One phone call is 3 pages of paperwork. Even if they answer and you can only bill for so many units at a time, and a unit is a 15-minute increments. Yeah. And depending on, do you overestimate if it's over 7.5 minutes? Do you just go to the 15, or is that waste, fraud, and abuse of Medicaid?
Yeah.
You got to make decisions. You got to defer to your supervisor. My supervisor was shit when I started doing peer service. If I could have forged his name, I wouldn't have needed a supervisor. So it goes. But it's good work. I think it's challenging work. But it's also good to be able to say, you need help with trauma. You need help with community resources. Here's the person for this. I will help you with this. And we will reconvene at a later date and see where you're at. That's... Yeah. Because I always want to fix everything. But I do in a peer role like I work in, I can't.
You can't.
I can't take in your head and start talking about what happened when you're 10. I'd love to, because that stuff fascinates me.
I would love to too.
But it's off my square. I can't do it.
I can listen. I absolutely can listen. But I'm not a clinical therapist. There's a difference between the two. And he got it. It was good. And then one thing that I have to figure out too is to stop because after every person I'm like, did I do that right? Did I help that person? I don't think I did. Oh God, what do I do? I don't know. And then thinking about it the rest of the day too.
You gotta let it go.
I have to. So these are all learning things, so we'll see what happens, but very different from my last job. I'm like, oh,
hello? We have a guest.
Hello, he wanted to say hello.
The emotional support animal.
Yes.
I'm telling you, you can bring him to work. Just put a little freaking collar on him and say, hey.
Yeah.
He keeps me warm.
But, so that was my day.
That was fun.
Yeah.
My day was bleh. I'm starting, so I went to the doctor. When the hell did I go? Monday?
Yesterday, wasn't it?
Yesterday, I went.
I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah, because I had to go to the freaking pharmacy. So I went yesterday morning. I'm having some tummy issues. And I don't believe they're related to my mental health, because I thought about that for a minute. Yeah. Because, my weak organ's my stomach. I think everyone has their weak one if they have a mental health thing. Some people get migraines, some people get vertigo, some people feel like they're going to throw up. I get stomach crampy stuff. Yeah. I had an ulcer when I was 11. Not a lot of 11-year-olds get ulcers. No. But what could be stressing you out, kiddo? Every aspect of my life. So, I went to go get checked, talked to the doctor, updated my file, gave her all my meds, and they ordered a CT, abdominal pelvis with IV and with oral contrast. Oh, fun.
Oh, yeah, those are fun.
So they're going to call me and schedule it. I can have it across town. It's not that big. And they schedule shit like this now with COVID at like midnight. You can go get a CT scan and they'll schedule it
at our hospital. It's 24 hours. You can get scans done there.
Yeah.
There's people that went at midnight to get theirs done. I thought that was interesting.
So they put me on Prilosec because me, being the idiot that I am, was taking some old heartburn medication that we had till I looked at the bottle and it was Rididine, which the doctor told me had been discontinued. And I think you had told me too.
I did.
But we didn't throw it out and it was kind of helping. So she said, stop taking that because it's discontinued. Yeah. And wrote me for Prilosec. And then Bentyl, which is supposed to help with stomach cramping. I guess it's used for irritable bowel syndrome sometimes. It's supposed to loosen things up. You ever get the nervous... You guys know about nervous stomachs. I know you do.
Yes.
It's tight. And
it's like...
And then whatever event is triggering it, if that's what triggers it, is over, your gut relaxes. It's not relaxing. Yeah. It feels like I'm constantly holding my abs in tight. All without the six-pack. What a waste.
I know.
So...
Well, the Bentyl should help with that.
It did, and it's a low dose, and I can take up to 4 a day, and she said just stop taking it if it doesn't help. It seems to help, though. Mm-hmm. It helped. And Prilosec helped. We had a pizza last night, and it didn't burn. Mm-hmm. So I'm very happy about that. But I don't know about all this with the contrast and everything. I mean, I'm going, but the one that makes you feel like you have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I've had those. I've had a lot of those.
And then the oral contrast, the only thing I can think of, the only similar test I've ever had was the upper GI, where you had to drink. It was like a thing this big of Maalox laced with radioactive barium, and you would drink it and then lay stomach down on a table, and they X-ray you to see where it goes. And then you have to pass said barium milkshake. That's not fun. That I
pass
don't.
it. Oh.
It has to find its way out.
Well, yeah, it does.
And it's kind of not easily passed.
Well, I don't think I've ever had that then, because I don't remember.
Well, you'll be here for the ride because it's...
I did not have the or. I did have the IV ones. I had a few of the IV ones.
I did too, where you feel like you're gonna pee.
And it was all automated. Like they had these big plunger, like you're there, things go, and they're like, okay, do not move at all. We're going to do the inject or the what do they call it, the injection or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it goes near, and then you see the things going down like this, all automated. There's no one there.
I know.
And I'm like, this is so. And then it's
like I'm
taking pictures again.
It's like you're in the Matrix or something.
I know.
I don't like closed, bright
scary.
spaces. Like I went tanning one time. I imagine it's what the resurrection felt like. It's bright. It's loud. It's windy. It's just too much. So I'm going for the test. They have to call and schedule it, and we'll see. So in the meantime, I just have
take your medication.
my trusty tummy pills to hold on
I
to
think
for
the
now.
Prilosec combined with the Bento for when you need it is going to help a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could very well have an ulcer.
Yeah.
I to me that's what seems like what's going on. But
yeah.
I am not a doctor.
Like I've been sticking with like bananas and yogurt and like cereal, and last night we had some pizza, but it was white pizza, no sauce. Like I could take a bite of anything, and within like a minute and a half, I can tell you if it's going to give me heartburn because it's already burning its way back up.
Yeah,
I got up in the middle of the night and got sick one night because I was. So, we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. I'm not particularly worried. I have the bravery particular to fools.
Well, you already feel better. Like the one medication is working, so. Yeah. That's a good sign.
I mean, disease happens. I'm human. We're all human. Things can happen. But I don't like pain.
No.
Okay?
No.
So,
especially tummy, gastro stuff. It's just...
And my pressure was 100/68. Now, that's good. My temperature was 96.7. I told you I run a low temperature.
Yeah,
I'm always cold because I'm corpse temperature. I'm like, one of these times when I
corpse temperature?
Well, they're usually below 80. My oxygen sat was 96. Not terrible for a guy who chain smokes. Oh, my weight was so bad. I don't even want to tell you. I was fully dressed, and I had a lot of water that morning.
Okay, then you can knock a good 20
pounds off of that. I have lost some of the COVID weight, and actually just 2 or 3 pounds over the last week, just with my appetite not being as much. Like, I've been skipping dessert because it's still there in the morning.
Been. I'm not.
It's still there in the morning. Like, so it's like, it's not worth it. Usually dessert is always worth it, regardless of tomorrow's consequences.
This is true. I gotta
always
go out and get
worth
dessert
it
tonight because we don't have any dessert.
It's always worth it. Fuck what I feel like in the morning. Let's eat now. But it backed up. So
yeah.
So we'll see. I'm comfortable now. Tests are scheduled. We'll see what's what.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not particularly worried. Are you particularly worried?
No.
I'm not.
It's on my mind, but I'm not worried about it. I'm not.
No.
We're handling it.
There's nothing to worry about until there's something to worry about.
Yeah, this is true.
I did find out, since my father unfortunately had colon cancer, that I can't get the Cologuard test. If there's any suspicion, I gotta go in for the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I heard the only good thing is the sedation.
The sedation, yeah.
That the prep is a nightmare, and that the sedation is supposed to be fun.
I have.
In the addiction community, we call that a freebie.
Yes, right? Yeah.
We call that a freebie.
Yes. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
It's in June.
I get to get
looped
as hell, and the only thing I have to do is let them shove some.
I know. It's like...
That's the trade-off. So it goes.
Who wants... Oh, but
it's a necessary one. It's right up there with mammograms.
It's
you hit a certain age. It's they only caught my father's. I'm saying I had a PA because I couldn't see my doctor, and of course I was like, I want to see my. They're like September. You can see him in September. Fine. So I go to see a PA, and actually a PA is one of the people that caught and ordered one for my father prophylactically just because of his age, and that caught the cancer that he had at the time, and he was very responsive to treatment. And has been in remission ever since, and had follow-up tests too.
And that's when he quit smoking. And he quit, just quit it.
I think he was cranky for 2 weeks. I remember one time he kind of loudly said to close the door because I was letting the heat out, and that was it.
Yep.
That was it. Nothing ever since.
Yeah.
And he doesn't. If he does mind being around cigarette smoke, he doesn't say anything because we smoke.
Yeah, when we lived in the house, he let us smoke. And
not throughout the whole house.
No, just in
the one bedroom where we were, and then of course the basement is fair game.
Yeah.
Or the porch or anything like that, but not throughout the house. Not since the grandkids came around.
Right.
So with grandkids, you can't have everything stinking of smoke.
No. No.
Plus, my sister and their husbands and family would visit, and they said when they took their laundry back, all their clothes would smell like smoke.
Oh.
Well.
Sorry. While we were in the house?
Even if I cleaned the room, like I would delouse the room we were in if we were having company over.
Back then,
and their clothes would still smell, so we don't. And when my mom crochets and makes blankets and stuff, she always wraps everything in plastic really tight.
I've learned to do that now. I've learned back at the like when we would send T-shirts out and stuff here. Someone told me, "Oh, we know it's from you Smokies. It smells like smoke." I was mortified. I was so mortified that we send somebody something.
Yes,
that
we do,
like
but that
smoke.
shouldn't be our signature.
It shouldn't.
It really, really shouldn't.
So now,
but it's like
I put everything in plastic.
It's
bags
like farm country. Like I have family who lives near South Central PA, where the Amish are.
Yeah,
the whole place smells like cow shit, but they don't smell it.
They don't
because they live there.
Yeah.
Like I only smell cigarette smoke first thing in the morning because I haven't smelled it in 8 hours. After that, the rest of the day, I don't.
I don't know either.
So,
and I mean, we've been here for 7 years. I don't even know how long. So I mean. I'm sure, like, you can smell... Oh, we'll have to ask your mom next time she comes. I'm curious if it smells like smoke.
My mom quit smoking when I quit drinking.
Because I have the Vornado going all the time, and then I always have some sort of air freshener going on, too. So I'm curious.
And even in colder weather, we keep the windows open.
Yeah, we do.
To keep it
with the fan blowing out.
With the fan blowing out and that thing. And that thing is a very big air purifier for such a small space.
Yeah, it is pretty big.
So...
And I just changed the filters.
Mm-hmm.
Got a new HEPA filter and the carbon and all that.
Yeah. And actually, they listened to my lungs. They said I was fine.
Good.
They're like, oh, you're great. You're good. I said, don't I need a chest x-ray? They usually would give me one every few years because of my addiction to tobacco. What does it even say on here? Tobacco use disorder. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, that's
what it's called.
That's what you call it now. Tobacco use disorder.
Axis 1.
And actually... addiction, to nicotine is the number one addiction. Then it's alcohol. I learned all this. It's like I have all the statistics. Where'd that come from?
I don't know. It's a sin.
Statistics, okay.
My name's Steve, and I was born with a slight lisp. Isn't that a sadist?
Lisp.
What sadist would name me Steve? Anyway.
Oh my god. Oh, well, what an interesting chit chat this was.
We've covered a lot of ground, haven't we, folks?
Oh my gosh.
Well, this was catching up. Medical issues. Yeah,
we did catch up.
Yeah, we covered everything you've missed since last Tuesday. We just got you up on.
Yeah.
Pretty much in one shot.
Yes, we did. The weather's beautiful.
It's been gorgeous.
Been able to work outside and walk outside, and it's nice. Everyone's out. Like, all the restaurants have their umbrellas up outside, and people are eating out.
Yeah, and all the restrictions came up, like, just in time. They caught people, I think, off guard, because now the restaurants have to decide what do they want to do.
Yeah.
I haven't been to a place yet where they haven't asked me to put a mask on to go in.
No. Timer! Okay, it was nice seeing everybody. Bye. No, we can't do that.
Well, thank you all for joining us.
Well, that's the better way to do it.
Yes.
But we have flowers. The irises bloomed. I'll definitely get a picture for you for tomorrow. I love when the irises bloom.
Yeah, you like irises.
Out of all of them, that's my favorite. Like, they're just so unique looking, and they're colorful, and so I gotta share that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't know what tomorrow. Well, tomorrow we have some mail to open.
We do, yeah.
And who knows what else we'll do tomorrow?
God only knows. It's hump day.
And then Thursday, and then Friday.
Then Thursday we have story time, and then Friday's whatever.
Our Friday night, whatever we do.
And then Saturday we're back to Foodie Beauty, who God
Sunday
knows if she'll be sold
Mondays
into sex slavery by then. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
She has a very relaxed attitude towards human trafficking. It's a very casual topic for her. So, at any rate, thank you all for watching. Please do subscribe. Hit the thumbs up on your way out. You can follow us on Facebook at SmokeySteveAndMarc, or on Instagram at SmokeySteveAndMarc, or on Twitter at SmokeySteveA. Our email address and contact information is all below as well. Thank you again, and we will catch up with you tomorrow for Hump Day.
Yes, we will.
Hump Day.
Half the week's almost over.
As of tomorrow.
As of tomorrow. Yes, I always get ahead of myself.
Mm-hmm.
We got to change the ending too.
Why?
Because we're on Twitter, but I don't really, say anything.
Well, then either get to it or I'll stop saying it.
All right, maybe we should rethink. Well, we are rethinking all of that stuff anyway. We have some updates coming up later, later. But
there's nothing good on Twitter. Nothing good happens on Twitter.
Not for us anyway. Like I don't think we're
for anybody. Nothing good happens to anybody on Twitter.
Like we're not like monitoring tweets and get it. Like I don't have the time.
Did you see who ordered a cheeseburger? I make a whole video about it. I don't have time to tweet.
Very true. Thanks for watching, everybody. It was so fun spending time with you again. Listen, stay safe, stay well, but above all else, stay positive. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.